are these people?
What's up, Space Monkeys? Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden, and in this episode, I'm going to be doing an exclusive for INN, which is going to be a routine thing for me now. There'll be a little like logo and everything down there that says INN. Once a week, I'm going to be at least sending them one video, and it's going to be probably just me ranting and raving about things that are annoying me. So basically, what I do on my own channel, but without any deep dives, and I'll just be bitching. So I know what you're thinking. That's kind of like what grinds my gears with Peter Griffin. I don't want to get sued. We're not calling it that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about politics, and this week I'm going to be making fun of people who weaponize victimization, particularly higher up journalists who get caught doing shitty content or lying or conniving behind the scenes to destroy other journalists' reputation. Eventually, when they get caught, they all cry victim. They all, like the bully on the schoolyard who keeps fucking with you, eventually cry to the teacher when they get their chops busted. So, but before that, go sub to INN. You're already on the channel right now, but go follow Indie News Network on Twitter and all that stuff. Indie News Network, your favorite not suitable for work news station. That's us. Anyway, this is something that's annoying me like crazy, and it stems from the Paul Mason story that's unfolding right now at the Gray Zone. So I'll give you the context. Paul Mason is a high-up, kind of pseudo-lefty media figure, a writer in the UK who was previously running for Parliament, but since this scandal that just came out about him came out, it seems that he may have put that on pause. He may be canceling it entirely. What exactly happened with Paul Mason was complicated. I'll do another episode on that, but basically, broad strokes, he was caught via some leaked emails working with intelligence officials and trying to basically create a smear campaign and a legal squeeze and a propaganda apparatus that was designed to take down people that were challenging the Ukraine war narrative, like the pro-CIA, pro-MI6, pro-war drum beating. If you were against that, generally they were going to try to figure out a way to smear you, and they were actually going to go after the Gray Zone, and they were either going to try to, according to the emails, do some sort of John Oliver styles PR smear campaign that makes them look like a laughingstock, or that B, they would do something like put a legal squeeze on them to try to censor them. They've done this. Multiple PayPal accounts have already been taken down, like Mint Press News and Consortium News. Wyatt Reed, who works for Sputnik International, recently had his PayPal suspended. The taking down of RT. It's happening all over the place. Paul Mason was basically implicated in these emails for basically trying to take down the Gray Zone. And the Gray Zone got leaked emails to them that exposed this. And now there's a huge backlash. Paul Mason's in the hot seat right now, as he should be. But what this actually tells us, you guys, is that there are these clandestine operations that are going on to smear, to restrict funding, and to all-out ban content that is questioning authority. Questioning, in this case, the pro-war, CIA-driven Ukraine war narrative. And the Gray Zone exposed this, and what happened? The video that they put up exposing it got taken down. And then it came back up and got taken down again. And the YouTube policy that was cited to take it down was harassment and bullying, which means that this was just exposing Paul Mason. It means that either Paul Mason himself pulled strings at YouTube to have this taken down, or the other option is that he just there's some lackeys that want to protect him that naturally work around him that all got together and like flagged this video for being taken down as if it's bullying. Now this is like that bullshit that Taylor Lorenz does, the Taylor Lorenz effect, where she'll go out there and, you know, Taylor Lorenz is that Karenzilla that goes out and sits in chat rooms and waits for you to use a word she doesn't like she'll wait for you to use the R word, and then as soon as she catches you using the R word, she'll figure out who you are and like dox the shit out of you, write an article smearing you, have people show up to your fucking house even though you're just a private citizen using a chat room. So she's Queen Doxer, and then she gets mad and boo-hoos on national television because she gets harassed after going after these private citizens. Now Paul Mason, who just got basically completely hamstrung by the evidence that the Gray Zone just came upon, is now calling foul. Like, dude, you always, in these emails, there's evidence that they're going to try to harass and censor and do all this shady stuff behind the scenes to take down, like, Code Pink, you know, their Paul Mason in general has been publicly for people like Jeremy Corbyn, but there's evidence that he was like talking shit about Corbyn behind Corbyn's back, gray zone, this web of connections that he has in this article, like the visual that you get when you look on there, there's like George Galloway, other prominent media figures, you realize that this guy was just trying to basically smear and hamstring everybody himself behind the scenes, and he got caught for it, and now everybody's pissed off at him like they should be. That's not harassment. That is showing how corrupt you are. Showing how corrupt an organization is, like a media figure or a media organization, talking about how they're funded. That is not harassment. That's not bullying. That's good journalism. Now, you guys know me. I'm all for going after these people constantly, but I have some rules. Like, I don't ever make it personal. I don't really give a shit about what Paul Mason's sex life is like. I don't give a shit about, like, people want me to make more jokes about Crystal and Kyle getting together and dating now. I don't really give a shit. Like, I'll use that in context for another joke that talks about something awful that they said on their show. But, like, I don't ever, like, go out there and, try to ruin Kyle Kalinski's reputation because he's now dating Crystal Ball. I don't care. I don't care about that stuff. If you said something stupid on your show, that's fair game. If you get caught taking money from billionaires, that's fair game. If you get caught like Paul Mason did, using this spider web of bullshit, trying to go after, like, people that you don't like, that is absolutely fair game, and it needs to be called out. And it pisses me off that they're like weaponizing victimization, and it's like the last ditch effort of these rich oligarchs who don't do their jobs, who only do interference for the elites in this country. As soon as they get called out for being lapdogs and bootlickers, they immediately cry to mommy, as they do on the schoolyard. When the bully finally gets their chops busted, they immediately go cry to the fucking teacher. So, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I would say some good ground rules are, don't make it personal. I don't give a shit about, like, I don't care what Cenk Uyghur's doing in his spare time. I don't give a shit. Like, if you were to find out he's doing some Hunter Biden shit, on the crack pipe, I don't get on Hunter for that. I don't get on Cenk Uyghur for stuff like that. The reason I'll make fun of him is because he's a war hawk, and because he's also said some dumbass stuff about, like, he thinks bestiality should be legal on his show. Until you apologize for that stuff and correct, that's fair game. If you want to come after me for some dumbass shit I've said on my show, fine. Fair game. I'll apologize if I think I was wrong. If I don't think I was wrong, you're welcome to just make fun of me for it. And I've said some dumbass shit on this show too. I'm always riffing. So it's fair game if you said it on your show. Don't make it personal. And certainly don't be a wuss and go after the people that are exposing you for being corrupt or for being queen doxer. This whole weaponization of victimization is the frailest and most wienerific form of censorship I've ever seen. The Gray Zone gets their video taken down for harassment. No, they're just exposing somebody who's corrupt and who is using, clandestine operations and collecting a whole bunch of people together to run, like, smear campaigns and try to get people legally squeezed because they have an opposing viewpoint. And it's hilarious to me, and it makes me very happy that the Gray Zone was actually able to, like, respond so quickly that, like, they were about to get doxxed or they were about to get taken down or attacked by Paul Mason, and they just clapped back immediately, like, bitch, I don't think so. We're going to expose how you do this stuff, and then everybody's going to be on our side because, in fact, we're just reacting to what you were already doing. We're just defending ourselves, which is exactly what people that get fucked with by the bully on the schoolyard, eventually they take a swing at you. So you guys go ahead and keep trying to dox people. See what happens. A lot of these indie networks don't take kindly. We don't take kindly. So it's pretty funny to me. The Kit Clarenberg articles are still coming out at the Gray Zone. Go check those out. I'm halfway through the second one right now. I'm going to be doing a couple of episodes on those over the next, like, week or so whenever I get a little bit more time off. But I hope you enjoyed that Rob Rant or whatever on INN. This has been a lot of fun. Keep fighting that good fight out there, guys. I'll keep sending you some bitch sessions over the weeks. We'll see ya.